Hello, welcome to this Novus Orbis combo-based deck building roguelike game. The game is out on Steam as early access right now. If you guys interested, go check out the game. The link is in the description. So 0.1.5 update, new boss, regular update posted on Saturday, March 22, 2025. So I kinda missed this update, so let's take a look. We will try to go over the patch notes as quickly as possible, but it's still gonna take some time, so keep that in mind. So let's skip over this part. The main dish for this update is a new alternate boss for the Abyss level Husk. So Abyss level is the third level. I decided again to go for modification on the same visual design of the original boss while giving it completely new mechanic. Considering it's in the third level, testing it organically is a little tricky, so please let me know what you think about it and if it needs adjustment. As always, a lot of changes and block fixes too. Okay, let's take a look. So, addition, enemy, Husk, the obvious alternate boss, that's in the third stage. New card, Parasite, new set effect, Baneling. I'm guessing these two has to do with the new boss. Yeah, that's gotta be like Affliction card. This probably gotta be something that you have to deal with this boss for sure. UI changes. Portals will now specify their content aimed to a new player who seems to get confused about which portal contains what. Yeah, that's good change. I mean, I played this game for a long time now, so I kinda know what each portal means, but for new players it can be confusing, so that's pretty good change. Okay, a couple of changes here too. So card, rename Quantus Grimnor to Pentagrimnor. This is the mage card that you can unlock. Yeah, the name change is kind of nice because the Quantus is not a familiar word, so Penta is more familiar word, you know, like a pentakills. So card, random page now gives a random number of SP from 1 to 9, was 1 to 5. Yeah, this one is also a mage card. So 1 to 9s, yes, you have some reason to use this card now because previously it was 1 to 5, so you kind of want to use this as like a 0 or 1 combo. Having it as 1 to 5 really didn't give you a whole lot of benefit because you usually want to use this at the start of combat, and at the start of combat you have 4 or 5 SP depend on your difficult system. So I think that's a pretty good change. Card raise cost for center of gravity to 0, gravity to 6-2 from 4 to 2. This is another mage card. So if I remember correctly, this is the card that removes the block from enemy and makes it yours. It's a strong card. So this got nerfed a bit, but you can still use it. You can still use it with a combo. Okay, card. Fancy bottles can't be found anymore in normal fight in the first level. Can still be found in other ways like the trash event. So that's not intended. Because I did find the fancy bottle a couple of times in the normal fight. So it's more difficult for you to get the fancy bottle now. I don't know if I like this change, but I can understand why. So you definitely want to go for the fancy bottle if you can find it in the early game then. Ah well. Okay, Blessing, completely reworked Fierce Cuteness. Yeah, this Blessing had a couple of issues. So Fierce Cuteness will allow your pet to react before the enemy. So you used to have your pet act before the enemy's action, and that kind of causes a lot of weird interactions and problems instead of after. But I realized that with the stats that disappear at turn start like block, you would basically waste the stats most of the time. I couldn't find an elegant solution to the problem, so now Blessing will have one random pet act twice. So now they are changing the Blessing. Interesting. So with the Fierce Cuteness, it was actually good if you had lots of pet that attacks the enemy. Because sometimes your pet can actually kill the enemy before the enemy can react. In that way, it was good. But if you had lots of pet that gives you lots of benefit like an extra SP, extra block or something like that, you will actually lose the value because your turn order is kind of messed up with this Blessing. Because usually enemy goes first, then the pet goes next, then it's your turn, then you get the like set effect from the pet. But because of the fierce cuteness, the pet goes first, giving you the buff, but then the enemy goes next, treating as the turn is actually over. So you get the buff from the pet, then they take away your buff because game thinks that your turn ended because the enemy reacted after the pet. So it caused a bit of issue with that. So now they have changed the blessing and how. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to fix that. So I can understand why they're changing it. The other event that can damage you, Fire Pit, Dummy, Master Sets, can't be interacted with anymore if you don't have enough HP. As a result, you can't die from them anymore. Yeah, there were a couple of times I lost the run because I interacted with with this kind of stuff. The thing is, so previously you can actually interact with this event and die from it, but if you had Angel Feather and the last Autumn Blessing, you could still interact with the event and doesn't die from it and still get the benefit from interacting with it. So that was kind of like a rare strategy that you could use in that situation. But now, because you can't interact with this anymore if you don't have enough HP, so that strategy is out of option now. So yeah, I can understand why they are changing it, but I'm kind of sad that I can't use those strategy anymore. I mean, it's very rare cases that you can do it, but still. You now can find a third pet item room if you already have 2 pets, or 1 pet and 1 pet item card. The third pet must be obtained from the Great Mimic. They are changing this too, huh? So if you want to get a third pet, you have to fight the Great Mimic. So yeah. Again, I can understand why they're changing it, but sometimes you don't want to fight the Mimic because you're not 100% sure you can beat it with your current deck. But even without fighting Mimic, you could actually get a third pet before, but now you can't get the third pet anymore if you don't go for the Mimic. Yeah, I can understand why they changed it, but still sad about it. So language, updated Japanese translation. Okay, good. Couple of bug fixes here. So fix the bug that would leave the enemy without physical intent in their cases. Fix the bug that would take you out of discard card, making card playable instead of discardable when pressing tab, while defocusing refocusing the game's window. Fix the bug that would often soft lock the game when drawing card. Fix the Jeff setting Swift when it wasn't supposed to have it, nor it was actually acting as Swift card. So this was a bug, huh? I thought there was a bug because the dev got nerfed, so I thought maybe giving the Swift was a bit of buff because it got nerfed. So that wasn't actually the case, huh? So it was a bug. So added tentative general system to avoid or at least reduce the amount of unexpected interaction that may cause soft locks during the fight. Probably fix the bug that will show the wrong combo value sometimes. Please let me know if this happens again. Fix the fact that if an enemy was performing multi-attack that gives you affliction card and you had evasion, the attack would happen at the same time. Okay. Solve the infrequent instance where the vigilant effect during enemy's attack would not appear. Fix Windblade showing its base damage value in green. So that was a bug, huh? Recently changed the game so that it wouldn't give you duplicate Grimnote card that was working in normal circumstances, but you could still find them as a shop item. Now the shop also accounts for that. So it wasn't intentional, huh? Yeah, there were a couple of times I got the duplicate Grimnote card. So now the shop also, you cannot find it in the shop anymore. The duplicate basically. Okay, good to know. The discharge card wasn't taking into account the recent added requirement for 5 on the charge fixed. Discharge is the Thunder type mage card that can delay the enemies. It's a really strong card, so it got changed and nerfed a couple of times. And there was a bug that It has a requirement of 5 thunder charge, but you can still use it without the thunder charges. So yeah, so that stuff is fixed now. So now it requires 5 thunder charges. So Phoenix Soul's elemental variable wasn't correctly set. So Phoenix Soul is the magic card, which brings back the burned card to your deck. It's a fire card too. So elemental variable wasn't correctly set. The card was showing it as a fire card, but the game was treating it as a wind card. So you could find it with a wind-related Grimno and couldn't with the fire-related one. Oh, so with my previous run, I was kind of lucky to get that then. Because I did have the Grimno for the wind and the fire at the same time, so I didn't think much about it. So I kind of figured I got this from the fire Grimno, but that wasn't the case. Okay. So copying a slime card would lead to bad interaction, as a slime card is the affliction card that you get from the weight scaling event, and when you draw the slime card, it discards your card basically. It discards your hand, every card when you draw it. So it's really bad affliction card. Unfortunately, I got into a situation where I was forced to copy the slime card, and that kind of lead to lots of better interactions. I got soft lock, and it was just weird. And now they are fixing it. So copying a slime card will lead to better interaction. It's a very rare cases that happens, but still. I have set the game so that slime card can no longer be copied, can be selected, but it won't be copied. Good to know. So fix the fact that killing an enemy with an attack card that draws card would draw them before ending the fight. This would create better interaction, for example with a slime card. Yeah, slime card has a couple of issues with that. Fix the fact that bouncy status would activate even when having evasion. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So bouncy is a status effect you can get from the tofu fat. So you take damage and you deal damage back to the enemy. But you have to take damage in order to deal damage back to the enemy. So bouncy is kind of like, if you are tanky enough, bouncy can be good. But if you're not tanky enough, bouncy is kind of bad. So if you have evasion, it's not gonna activate. Okay, good to know. Fix the fact that you would lose bouncy charges when damage from entities other than enemy. Oh, good. So that was a bug too, huh? Fix the bug that will show the attack arrow for non-single target card when using the old card selection system. Okay. Okay, lot of bug fixes. But I'm glad it's getting fixed up. Okay, that's it for this update. I don't think I want to have an alternative boss for the last level, so with this update I've reached the amount of bosses I want to have for these 4 levels. More may be added in the future, but now I think I should start working on the new level. Ooh, new level is coming. Thank you always for the support. Remember, if you like the game, each single positive review helps me a lot. If you have any feedback or want to discuss about the game, join my Discord server. Okay, so that's it for the patch notes. So let's dive back into the game and let's see if I can find the new boss. Here we go. Okay, so this is the bug that I found. So if I use a recall, so I'm advanced 3, so I'm at 3 combo, right? So if I use the flow, they should put me to combo 4. So as you can see, this is all highlighted because I'm at combo 4. But once I tap out the game and come back, I'm still at combo value 4, but the game is treating like I'm at combo 0. So even if I try to use this, it won't let me use it. So I think this is the bug. Yeah, because I'm definitely at combo 4, but the value is not changing for some reason here. Okay, so this is how you use the stasis card. So I got the stasis card, I met the requirements, so I have all the charges that I need. So if I use this, so I got this stasis. So until the end of turn, attack and skill cards are not discarded after use, and you cannot draw or discard card. So if you have 0 cost card, you can just keep using it. However, enemies still take their turn, so you have to keep that in mind. So I can keep just using it, but I have 8 SP, so I can just doing this, and you get the card back. So that's the combo. It's really strong combo if you get it to work. It's really strong combo. And done. Okay, finally got the new boss, the Husk. Man, it's only 50% chance for you to actually encounter this boss on the 3rd stage. So I had to retry the run a lot. So this is actually my 4th run after the patch. Finally got the new boss. So what is your deal? So the Husk, you are dealing 23 damage double times, and then you are applying some sort of debuff. And you have 999 block and 1 Bane Link. So this is a new status effect. So each time this unit takes HP damage, that damage is reduced to 1. And you also have permanent armor, lose only half block point at the start of turn. And you have your base HP is 10, and your cooldown is 6. So the idea with this boss is you want to remove the block, then you want to deal damage, but you can only deal 1 damage at a time. So you basically have to hit this guy 10 times. So there are a couple of cards that deals like a double, triple damage against the block, and also there is a card for the mage that removes the block and makes it yours. The Center of Gravity card, I think. So that card will be good against this boss. And multi-hit card will be good against boss as well. Okay, so here we go. So let's see how this boss fight goes. Draw 2. So do this. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, it's Parasite. Yeah, so this is a new card for this boss. So you can't use the card to the left and right of this card. Wow, that's annoying. So I'm guessing you're just gonna give me the Parasite over and over again. So let's try to use it. No, it won't let me use it. So this is very annoying affliction card to deal with. And this guy also has like a multi-hit. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna apply the defense again. That's gonna be annoying. So let's delay you. Okay. Now the block is gone, but we can only deal 1 damage at a time. Yeah, we can only deal 1 damage at a time. So, okay. Okay, so you only apply 100 block. That's good to know. So I can't use this card, right? No. Yeah, this boss is gonna be annoying if you don't have the right deck. At least they changed the permanent armor, so lose only half blocks. So if you kind of delay a couple of turns, you can reduce the block point a lot. So there's that. I wonder if this guy has like some sort of like a second phase for like a Giga attack. The other boss has like the phase that you have to deal with. I can't use this. Oh boy, that's annoying. We do have like 2 attack paths, so it's kind of easy for me to deal with this. I'm playing on the normal difficulties, so if you go for like a harder challenge, this boss will have extra HP to deal with. That's gotta be annoying. Okay, that is gone. Hmm. Doesn't seem like this boss has like a second phase. So I have one parasite. How many parasites do I have? Oh, I have three. Okay. Okay, so Panacea will be actually good against this boss. I can't use. Wow, this is really annoying affliction card. Hmm. Okay, I kind of want to pass the turn a couple of times because I want to see what this guy does. Okay, don't kill it, please. Don't kill it. Okay, please, my pet, don't kill the boss. Huh. Okay, so that's it for this boss. So after boss gives you 3 Parasite Affliction card, which is kinda annoying to deal with. After that, the boss kinda does the same thing over and over again. So boss just deals the damage here, some multi-hit here, and it also applies the block to himself, but that's about it. That's about it. Doesn't seem like this boss has like a second phase that you sort of have to deal with. The other boss has like a second phase, and that if you don't deal enough damage in time, the boss will just kill you. So you gotta be really careful about that for that boss. But this boss doesn't seem like have that kind of phase that you have to deal with. It just does the same thing over and over again. So yeah. The Parasite card is kind of annoying to deal with. The boss has a couple of interesting mechanics, but that's about it. Compared to the other boss, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult unless you are playing very small deck. If you're going for like a small deck kind of build, I think you're gonna have harder time with this boss, dealing with like a 3 Parasite. Yeah, yeah. But there are lots of ways to deal with the block. This boss start with 999 block, but because of the permanent armor status, the boss will lose half of its block after each turn, and it only applies 100 block at the time. So yeah, the boss is not that difficult compared to the other boss. Yeah, a couple of interesting mechanics. The Bane Link mechanic is very interesting. So deal double damage, triple damage to block, removing the block helps a lot. The multi-hit card will be nice, and also having the pet deals damage is also good because it's not about the amount of damage that you deal after you remove the block. It's about the amount of hit that you deal to the boss. So having the pet that deals extra damage does help quite a lot against this boss. So yeah, besides from that, pretty cool boss, pretty cool boss. But in terms of like a difficulty, the other one is the other boss is more difficult in my opinion. But certainly very interesting boss indeed. Very interesting boss. Oh well. Man, it took me a lot to retry to encounter this boss, so quite tired, quite tired. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next episode. Take care. Bye.